Charlie's Angels, Alan. Why are you so angry?
I'm angry because the song is called "Don't Call Me Angels." That's like the fucking Avengers song being called "Fuck Marvel."
That would be a really bad idea for a song, Alan.
I'm
Yeah,
not
thank you.
your hero. I won't save you from shit.
Yeah, like the Spider-Man fucking. He said, "You need a hero to save you. We'll find someone else 'cause I'm
today." People, chat tech, how you guys doing? Sorry for doing that. None of us.
I still think that's fucking Creed. You can tell me otherwise, but I still think that's Creed.
Look, they sound similar, but they're not the same.
Only lame motherfuckers who really don't pay attention to music think that those guys sound the same.
It's
I
actually,
kind of agree.
it's actually just Daughtry.
I kind of agree. Like I've heard Creed and I've heard Nickelback. I don't think they sound similar. They're probably trying to go. They're probably trying to go for the same idea, but like that's about it.
It's actually just Daughtry.
No, thank you. Ooh, Daughtry's fucking amazing. Are you making a joke?
Actually,
am I gonna have to clown Daughtry now?
Yeah.
Do you even know anything about Daughtry, bitch? What's his first name?
Yeah, I do know Daughtry. It's the fucking music that fucking housewives listen to. It's no different than Lando.
You've never listened to Daughtry, then.
It's no different than Lando Ray shit. Every time I hear it, I'm in a mall whenever I hear Daughtry.
I don't know what Rolodex you have of artists, man, but you gotta fucking refresh that shit. Because how'd you go from Creed to Nickelback to Daughtry to Lana Del Rey?
All the shit that white single moms in their 30s were listening to at the time when you go to the fucking mall or different shopping sections.
I'm telling you right now, Chris Daughtry has never been a person that's been connected to fucking single.
You have only ever heard of one Lana Del Rey song, and that was the fucking "Summertime Sadness." That was played like 5 years ago.
By the way, though,
oh, she did that song?
Yeah, that was her.
I hate that fucking song.
And I don't blame you. It was overly played.
Chet, what was the demographic of women that were bumping that song, by the way?
That song.
I don't know. I didn't stay long enough to hear that song getting played.
Yeah, gotcha. That song. And you know what immediately happened to every single person that decided to listen to more Lana Del Rey song? They got a giant slap in the face because they realized that song was a remix and not indicative of that performance.
This is like when I was arguing with fucking Kings of Leon fans. They're like, yo, man, it's not all the songs are more rougher than that. People didn't care. And then when I went to a concert, it was named with 30-year-old housewives.
Sorry, not every single song can go boom, 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 boom for fucking 6 hours.
What song?
While you fucking get high IX. I don't know. I'm trying to do EDM.
I heard Nicki Minaj song.
I know, boom, 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 boom.
I don't know what I was going for. Yeah. This motherfucker listens to EDM that has the same fucking beat for 6 fucking hours, and the only reason he likes it is because he's on ecstasy the whole time.
You damn right.
Shut the fuck up! You don't know what you're talking about.
God damn! I will say, I really do love talking about music with you guys. I'm really bummed out that like on the Double Toasted whole pre-show that we haven't done like another music video thing since Webson isn't even a fucking thing.
Well, Music Mondays with whoever the fuck we are.
Music Mondays with Michael, or whatever the fuck.
It's not actually on Mondays and not about music.
That motherfucker literally did this thing where he was like talking about music videos on an audio platform. It's like, dude, it's SoundCloud. It's not ViewCloud. Like, it's fucking not a video.
I mean, you're talking about music on a SoundCloud. A lot of people listen to music on there, so it makes sense.
No, yeah, but like music videos, like you don't like. It's like
that's
what I'm saying. Like that motherfucker. I was literally like listening to it one time. He was like, "Yeah, it looks so cool. It looks so great. Oh, I really like that." I'm like, "Wait, are we supposed is there a YouTube link so we can watch this with you? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?" It was really weird.
Yeah,
that's
fucking. I thought it was just a music show where it's like, "Oh, hey, we're gonna talk about these songs." I'm like, that makes sense. Audio format. You can play a clip of it. How are you describing a fucking music video? Are you doing this for the fucking blind?
Oh, the best.
For the visually impaired. Music
you missed
Mondays.
it. The best was when we had to sit down for a whole podcast and talk about his love of different women and a stripper jumping on him. I had no idea what music was about.
Oh, you know what's funny though? To Gaj's point, because that was the one time I actually joined him and Anthony while they did that shit, and we go on there, and this motherfucker was talking against strippers actually. Because that's the thing. It's like, he was like, man, these people are so lame. They just give money to these strippers. It's like, what kind of a loser does that? So, I gave her about $200. I'm like, what the fuck? You talking
that is like a party.
All right, so there's another toasty that did that to me.
Really? Who else?
All right, so here's the thing. When I was single, I like to take y'all to fuck strip clubs because that was my thing, and you guys enjoyed that shit because you guys don't have a chance to see the opposite sex in that light half the time. Some of you guys are a little shy. That's no problem. You guys will get out of your shell, hopefully. If you're in your 30s, I'm going to talk to a therapist. You need to get out of there. But, so we go to a strip club. We have this one toasty with us the whole time. He's like, I don't want you to go to a strip club, man. I get mad pussy all the time, bro.
Oh, I can tell by the voice.
That's why I'm doing the voice. It's a hint for everybody. I get girls all the time, bro. If I want to fuck, I fuck right now. Whatever, Ooh, whatever, Julian. Fuck it, I spilled it. Whatever, Julian. Whatever, man. And he's just talking all this shit. We're heading to a strip club. Why is this motherfucker the first one to ask me for $20 to go get a lap dance, and the last one to leave that motherfucker.
Well, I mean, he's there already. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but there's a certain way to go about it. Like, you're still reluctantly there. Like,
Right,
I've
'cause
took
he's a waiter
people that
there.
reluctantly gone to a strip club but didn't want to actually go. They just hang out, they chill and stuff. They don't go, like, first of all, like, hey, Ganja, can I borrow $20 so I get a lap dance? And then you don't see them the rest of the night. And at the end, they're the last person leaving the strip club, and you're waiting for them.
Like, does audio just fuck up?
Yes, it did.
No, I think he finished his story.
Oh, okay, shit, because it just ended for me. But anyways, but no. Here's the thing, man. Strip clubs, I don't understand the premise of going there anyways, but it's like, if you're going to be there, you might as well have some fun.
You know what the premise of strip clubs is? There's two types. And
I'm curious
this is what
because I think there's a lot more than fucking just two.
No, there's two types.
That's
There's
cool.
two types.
All right.
There's different little subgenres in between the types, but there's actually just two types of people that go to strip clubs.
Okay.
There's one, the people that do it for the scene, for the environment, and to look cool doing it. Like, yo, look at me around all these naked women, bro, throwing this money and shit like that. They do it for the glam, reputation, all that bullshit that comes with it.
Okay.
And then two, you got the pervy motherfuckers that go in there just for the girls. I was the second class when I was single. And
Okay.
the thing is, the second one is more of an honest pervert. They go for the women because the women go naked. You get to see all kind of genitalia play, and it's the whole erotic situation of a strip club. They're not lying to themselves. But the first ones, these are the guys that actually make the strip club a lot of money. Because they will go there, get fucking wasted, spend so much on different types of dances that they don't want, just so they could go, yo, you saw that dance I got earlier, bro? And they would throw singles onto the stage just to flaunt it. They're the guys that get the most kind of shit talked about them, and they get the less bang for their buck because no one really likes them because they're constantly trying to be like, oh man, look at me, I'm the baddest one at the strip club.
Yeah, I'm a sly motherfucker. Look at me. I have the power
Yeah.
to fucking answer my dollar.
Oh man, I spent $200,000 at a strip club. Okay, buddy.
But here's the thing. So, at what point, like, you know how you have like middle class, lower class, higher class? At what particular class do people start like not paying just the $1 bills and starts giving out like 5s and 10s? Because I feel
that's what I'm saying. It's different subgenres, but that's still the first guy.
okay.
He's just rich. He's
right.
just rich now,
Or
so
doesn't
he can
give a
do
shit
it
about his money.
bigger.
Yeah,
He's just a richer number one.
We're really fucking lonely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
JP,
two categories. It's just difference in how they do it.
JP,
It's either
honestly-
you're showing off or you're genuinely interested, I guess is what he's getting at.
JP, if
Yeah.
you go to any of these get-togethers that we usually go to, man, I'm telling you, I want to take you to a strip club, or at least I want to have somebody take you to a strip club, and then they take pictures and tell me how everything was. Because-
You can't take pictures in a strip club. That's generally.
I mean, Corey did, but he almost got his ass kicked for doing it.
That's two. JP, nah.
No, JP, do you like the idea of strippers? Like, is that something like like underneath like what you expect to be like?
Shit,
nice?
I'm gonna ask the real question. This is not coming from a judgmental place at all. JP, do you like women?
Oh, what? No, he likes women. Come on, he watches anime.
Don't answer that question.
All the girls, like, and then like.
I don't know. He likes JoJo, and JoJo's all about like these extremely masculine men.
Oh,
Well, I watch
motherfucker,
wrestling,
are
this
we
is
in the
very
90s
masculine.
again? Oh man, you watch JoJo. That must be missing your.
Alan
He's
only
like,
brings it to the 90s because he lost during that era.
I was born during that era. I don't know.
Yeah,
what
but I
was
bet
losing.
you were called gay a lot because you just brought that up for no reason.
No, because you're an asshole. That's what people used to do in the
Yeah, but
90s.
dude, okay, Alan, though, look at your left hand. You are doing a little gay thing with it right now. Like,
Oh,
you just-
fuck off, both of y'all.
I mean, you really are. You're
Both
like
of
a
y'all
pretty
right
strippers.
now with your homophobic bullshit.
Jet, every girl has a gaydar, I assume. Did yours go off a little bit when you first met Alan?
A little bit.
Don't- I would say where's Roxy to balance us out, but
No, you don't want to
to
ask her. She asked me if you were gay.
What's
Oh,
up?
Jesus
She
Christ.
Roxy legitimately asked me if you were gay at one
What the
point.
fuck?
Like
Did you
I
come off
like
as a-
honestly, I see you more as like bisexual.
Yeah.
We
Like,
should not be having this discussion live on air.
Hey man, you suck pole and you eat pussy. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, you're well versed.
You double dip.
Yeah, like
We're not having this discussion live on
you
air.
can literally base a career over those particular methods of sexual preference. You know what I mean? Like you can be a gynecologist. You can also be what do we call a dude that works on the dicks? Like what's like the male equivalent to gynecologist?
Is there? What is the technical term for a penis doctor? That is actually a legitimate question.
No, like,
should I know?
Because proctologist does not go to like it should have been asked.
No, proctologist for your ass.
Yeah, no, that's what he's saying. Like, it doesn't sound like it should go to your ass. So,
Yeah,
what is?
I don't
Proctologist
think
sounds
you
like a
have.
leg doctor
I
or
don't
something.
think there's a doctor specifically designed to
In
look up your
general?
dick.
Oh, no, there has to be.
Pee-pee
Alan.
general.
No, there doesn't actually.
Alan, do you know how much important shit's going through our dicks? Like cancer is in there.
Not really, actually. It's more of just a fleshy tube.
Yeah, but like every piece of like it's like if it were cars, it's like oh, it's just the exhaust. It's like yeah, but still.
Yeah, it's just the exhaust. When's the last time your mechanic has looked
Yeah, but if
right
your
at the exhaust?
exhaust brake, like your car is fucked.
Yeah, like, if
Yeah,
that goes down,
but
then it's
there's
just a
usually
trickle
other
effect.
problems that a regular doctor can look at. Whereas when it comes to a gynecologist, it's a different bacterial ecosystem that's right there, since it's essentially an open gateway to the body. So you do need a specialized doctor for that specific area because a lot of different stuff happens there. When it comes to male genitalia, it is essentially just a fleshy tube. You could just have a regular doctor that can do regular checkups like a proctologist, or just regular that would be able to. You don't really need to make an appointment. Okay, Mr. Smartass is over here. When's the last time y'all got your dick checked?
Yeah, actually, I'll tell you, it was a really horrible experience, and they should definitely do something about this for fucking young kids. Because I think the story I'm about to tell you right now is going to be something that I'm like, this is why people don't like to get checked by the doctor.
Gather
'cause
around,
y'all like to
kids.
just
We're about to learn about
Well,
Mr.
that,
Diaz's
insurance
STD
I was
story.
12 years old. I went to the fucking doctor to get a checkup because they're like, hey, dude, you don't eat right. You know, you're very, very skinny.
You keep
then
eating
fluctuate."
tomatoes or potatoes.
Dumbass.
Yeah.
Get the joke right. We're going to fucking say it. Like, but
Tomato.
No,
it's potatoes, you dumb fuck. But the thing is no, like, cause my weight was fluctuating a lot. It's like I'm really skinny, then I'm really really fat, and it's like fucking what the fuck. So they go over there and like right away they're like, okay, take off your clothes. I'm like, okay, are you like the Terminator? Like, I want your clothes, your boobs. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know what Terminator wants a 12-year-old's clothes for sure.
glad your clothes are not leave.
Maybe you start sending robot kids. So you don't know. And
That would
gonna
be
in Terminator
brilliant. Why
Dark
did they
Fate
ever
2.
try that?
That would be a great idea. I think that's basically.
I think movie-going audiences are kind of iffy when it comes to like having to shoot a kid multiple times throughout a film.
That makes sense, Concha. I'm surprised that you're the only one in this call that actually was able to bring that.
I
to
don't
the
give a
fucking forefront.
shit. They do that in movies all the time where they shoot kids.
Those are snuff films, Alan. Don't think a bunch of shit. No, but the thing is, though, so I take my clothes off, and then my dad's in the room, and he's sitting in this like tiny ass chair, and it's just me and him. It's the most awkward fucking thing ever. And it's like he's not looking at me, but I'm trying to have a conversation, but it's fucking weird. So then the doctor comes in after 30 minutes of just complete awkwardness, and then he like looks at my eyes, he does something, and then like, dude, no foreplay, no like gradual getting down to the bottom of my body. He just says, "Hey man,
No
whip it out."
foreplay?
Well, you know, in a sense of like, dude, like look at my stomach first. Like, don't just go from like, oh, let me check your eyes. Okay, you're not blind. Let me see your dick now. Like, what the fuck is that?
All right, let me see cough, heart rate. Okay, all that.
Yeah,
All right,
the
now
cough
balls.
Yeah, he just made me whip it out. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And then he's like, do you want your dad to leave? I'm like, I don't know what to say because I don't want to be stuck in the
The
room.
answer to that was no. That was a fucked up experience. I understand that.
Yeah.
But
Do
at
you
the
want?
end-
Do you want your dad to leave? No, because
no,
I don't
I
want
want
my dad
to
thinking
call-
anything else that's going on in here.
But
Sure,
then he
Dad,
made
can
me
you-
feel weird because if he's asking me that, it's almost like, hey, don't you think it's weird that your dad's watching me like grab your balls? It's like, well, I don't know what's the etiquette here, like. And then like going as a guy, it's like I don't want to be that comfortable. Like even if I was kind of comfortable, that's kind of an issue too. Because I'm like, wait, am I gay? Am I too like, just hey, go ahead, touch
Just
my
get
body.
a fucking checkup. You're not deciding your
mean,
life goals after
The thing
that.
is, like, you could have, well, I mean, you were 12 years old, but you can't ask like for a girl to do it.
But then isn't that even weirder though? Because that's another thing. It's like, oh, I want a girl to touch my dick. It's like, what the fuck? Like that's
You're
All right,
making it
okay.
weird.
I got. All right, so I'm a little bit weird.
Oh, really?
Really?
That's how I'm gonna start that
Understatement of the
off.
century.
All right, so when I go to get my pee checked, I'd rather get checked by a dude
It makes sense a little bit
because I feel like he would have a little bit more empathy for me.
No, you're
Like-
just
like,
afraid you're
let's
gonna
say-
get turned on, and it's gonna throw up the entire fucking.
Well, no,
night.
that happens naturally sometimes, especially when you get your shit checked. Like the butthole is a weird hole, but when it comes to that type of area, like it, I don't know. I feel like I'm being more of a creep if I specifically request a woman.
Yeah, that's kind of an issue, and then at the same time too, it's like a woman's not gonna. I mean, there's something really awful about like your patient's not gonna come back if like a girl's like, hey, by the way, you're all fucked up down there. It's very unappealing, sir. It's like
Yeah, I do would be more honest. Like, yo, man, that bump don't look good, bro.
exactly because like a girl will be honest or not honest, but she'll be a little like, oh, I gotta let him down.
This is one of the most sexist conversations we've ever had on the
No,
show.
it's just one of those things. It's like it's
No, it's not. They're
No, it's-
professionals.
It's societal norms, man. Like, no, I've had this situation. Like, I've had girls like, I'm so sorry about your balls. Like one time, sorry, bro.
I'm
I just
so
realized what I just
fucking
said.
done with this.
Dude, I had an abscess on my leg and my balls flopped down my fucking shorts. And, like,
Balls out the chony.
And dude, like a guy, we just said, oh, let me just scoop him back in there. No problem.
We literally start every
You
single
wouldn't
show
even want a
talking.
guy to touch your balls. So that's a
We
lie.
literally start every
but
show
the girl
talking
had to
about
bring it
someone's
up.
dick.
The girl had to bring it up and go like, oops, excuse me. It's like, ah, God. Like, why can't you just be a fucking man? Like, now this is just
Wow.
Because a guy would be like,
Fuck
oh, sorry,
you for
man.
going through 10 years of medical school. Why can't you have a dick like me?
Well, yeah.
Hey, look, man.
Honestly, at this point, we should just call the start of the show the dick segment. We literally start every single show talking about someone's dick.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got here.
Hey, this is about health, Dick. All right.
You
gotta
just
teach
mad you
people.
start bringing up bisexuality. You're like, not on the show, but anywhere else.
And now we're talking about dick is making you question yourself again.
No, it's not. I just wonder why the fuck y'all are sexist motherfuckers.
We're not sexist.
You know who I
we're
want to check my body? Where the fuck's qualified?
And first of all, it's not sexist, but who am I to feel more comfortable with touching my body?
That's
And if I have
literally
a-
sexism.
If I have a specific gender, that is more of a preference than an actual dig on
Literally
different types
sexism.
of sex.
That is
No,
the
it's not.
definition of sexism.
That is literally not the definition of
That
sexism.
is the definition of sexism. Look it up.
No, it really isn't. And here's
It
another thing,
isn't.
too,
I'm
Alan.
going to tell you to look it up.
By the way, too, Alan, I'm just gonna say that like the context of how this even got as far as it did is talking about you your sexual orientation, and yet out of everybody in this call, you're the one person that says I want both genders touching my body.
I don't know. I didn't say I want both. I said I don't give a shit.
Point one to the
It's the same
bisexual
fucking
count.
thing. What's different?
No, it's not. Wanting and being what's it called?
Being
Available
one.
What the
to
fuck's the
men
word?
and women touching
Fuck
you, you pervert.
off.
You fucking.
What the fuck's the? Oh, it's killing
As
me right
long
now.
as they
'cause
get me off, I'm fine, Ganja.
Damn, that was y'all are winning because I can't find the word I'm trying to go for.
For
Indifferent.
$5, I'll take it.
Be preferential and indifferent are two different things. You stupid motherfucker.
And that's why he sucks dick and fucks pussy.
Oh, fuck all of y'all. Fuck all of y'all. And not literally, because y'all might enjoy it. Figuratively.
Oh fuck
Okay,
you.
so you trying to get a ammo now?
Jesus Christ.
God damn, man.
Y'all heard it first. Alan sucks poles.
I never said that.
So, anyways, we'll be moving on. I like how JP of all people.
Thank God we're moving on. Jesus Christ.
We'll stay on it, man. I got
Fuck
so much more
off.
dick. There's so much more dick to go, Alan.
We'll stay on it like you like to stay on it, cowboy.
One thing I wanted to bring up really quick, and I was really excited about this topic until you guys got into the call and told me about some shit. But yeah, this whole thing about a man gets really, really stoned after drinking McDonald's sweet tea. Now, for
Man, this is
one-
some bullshit.
Okay,
As
so
we-
why do you
Also,
do that?
fuck Hurricane Dorian.
Oh, is that a new hurricane or is that the thing that tried to hit us?
I don't know.
That's one that was trying to hit us a while back. The Huffington Post needs to update their shit better. But anyways,
That Huffington Post is a piece of shit.
I wouldn't say that. God, why you gotta say that shit? This is
No,
why
they
when we do
suck. That's
ad
why I always
reads,
look up.
you're never gonna
If
be
I
on
see
it.
the Huffington Post, I'm like, let me look up another news source to make sure this is a real story.
And then you find the exact same story except without fucking context. Yeah, you suck.
Well, no, you find different context and different stories. That's why I was able to find other stuff in there because fuck the Huffington Post. They're terrible at their job.
Alan, why, you double down on it. We can't talk.
Yeah,
about
fuck
certain
them. I
things.
don't give a shit.
You go
Is
to
anyone gonna
IGN
stop
for
me?
news. You go to IGN for news, and they buy like other people's reviews for fuck's sake. Like, come on.
Yeah,
Fuck
they're
that.
terrible. I never said otherwise. They're
Um,
terrible at their fucking reviews.
But Ganja, I'm gonna ask you really quick, man.
Yes.
You're probably already trying to say it, but yeah, we kind of got a little sidetracked. But why do you feel like this is fake? Because I feel like this is a very, judging by all the topics we talked about in the last 2 months over like just foolishness and everything. This is like the 5th story we have about someone drug-inducing fucking food.
Okay, so the only reason I think this is bullshit is because marijuana, I'm about to give y'all education about it, is it's not water soluble. You can make tea out of it, but that's more because you are burning the weed into the liquid, but it's not going to give it a strong potency. Now, the reason it works is because they either grind up to a fine powder or they put it into a honey or oil type consistency, which actually activates the THC in your body a lot faster. When you just consume marijuana like in its bulk form, or like as this guy quote unquote possibly did it, it really doesn't have an effect on the human body unless you eat a shitload of it. And if he was able to still find weed in it, that's not enough to get him high.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably weed flavored, but that was about it. And
That's what I'm wondering, yeah.
one of the things that I have a problem with this is it sounds like a lot of bullshit. Because one, where's these bags of weeds that you apparently found in your cup? Two, the sheriff's office says they're still trying to find out where all this stuff went at the McDonald's he went to.
Yeah,
And
it's
third
not
of
a lot
all,
of surface room
it-
for searching. By the way, it's a small fucking place. You can find the goddamn.
Yeah, and then third of all, like it doesn't like because all right, let's say if it was like a hot tea or something, it would make a little more sense. But like McDonald's tea isn't even served hot like that. It's
Well, the
served
sweet
with
tea,
ice
yeah.
and cold, and it's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It would like the weed wouldn't dissolve in cold water. That's what I'm trying to say. This doesn't make any actual sense for someone who does weed.
I'm really glad that you even that I even have you here to ask for that, because for me I was like, oh, absolutely, the weed will just fucking evaporate like a pill, and like this whole fucking thing.
No. Like if it was like a hash pill or something, that would make a lot of sense because that's an edible. It's been finessed already, so it's activated.
Mhm.
But if they just threw a bag of weed in there, and like the way he's describing it wasn't even like tea bags, just like regular bag of weed. That shit ain't gonna melt into the fucking into the sweet tea.
And especially 3 wouldn't. Yeah, probably would. You have to have it, the hotter a liquid is, the more likely something's going to dissolve into it. So the only thing, and I don't know how well we can actually dissolve into water, basically, because that's essentially what tea is. Tea is just fucking water and extra stuff on top of it. So if it might be a situation. Could it be a situation in which, I'm not saying this is real, but he essentially ingested it, but in a liquid form?
Well, even if that's the thing, like for it to become a liquid form, it has to be really hot and it needs a fat soluble.
Okay. But what about a situation in which, like, when you have loose tea labs and essentially they're floating in the water?
Yeah.
And he just ingested it through that sense. Would that do anything?
No, it wouldn't, because the biggest thing is the chemical THC has to absorb something. It's not water soluble. So unless he's actually drinking the nugs as he sips the tea, he's not ingesting weed. And even if he eats the weed, your body breaks it down pretty well when you eat the nugs. That's why you have to turn it into brownies, cupcakes, hash pills, and all that stuff. Like, you would have to actually eat an ounce of nugs to actually feel what you feel in a brownie, because it's not concentrated.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm looking here and Dicing kind of.
That's what I'm saying. This doesn't make no sense.
Yeah, here's another thing too to bring up as well is like
he's maxed out that Skyrim tree. Fuck you.
Fucking
Herbology 99.
But the thing is, I want to bring up as well is like I like how most of these fucking like stories where it's like, oh, they put weed into this and they put drugs into that because they wanted to spread the drug-induced fucking whatever the fuck. It's like, this shit still costs money. It's not any different than like if someone just gave you food for free.
That's like my favorite thing, because I follow like a lot of stoner pages, and every Halloween they would say, "Watch out for THC, kids candy, and all that bullshit."
That shit. They want to smoke it.
Every year I get the post the next day. You imagine? I'm disappointed. None of my kids got weed candies.
I was checking to see how many get fucked up tonight. And none of my kids failed. God damn.
Yeah,
I didn't go to any cool neighborhoods.
I remember, the post, like the biggest lie about high school is the amount of people not offering me drugs.
Yeah. No, it's fucking weird. It's like, why do you suspect that people just have? I mean, especially because the biggest stereotype about people who do drugs or whatever is like they're in poverty-filled places or whatever, and like they don't have money, so they spend all their expendable cash on drugs. Do you think these poor people who spent their last dime on fucking weed's gonna give that shit to your fucking kid who doesn't know how to
all right,
respect
let's be honest here. Weed has gotten way cheaper now. It's due to legalization and shit.
It doesn't even fucking matter if it's cheaper. It's the idea of, are you basically gonna buy this?
I'm gonna add to their point. Like, if it's cheaper, you can buy more of it. And you can fuck with people. But the still point is, like, it's more of a hassle to fuck up people you don't know. Yeah. Like, you got to go to like an extra limit for that. Like, people do it, but it's usually because they're trying to get something out of the person they drugged. There's rare cases of people just like drugging people for the sake of it, especially if you work at McDonald's.
Like, another thing too to bring up as well, and we might get into a weird little risky topic here.
Like, it's not even a rave. Like, you're drugging someone at the drive-thru.
But like, no. But the one thing to bring up too is like, I know that many people have these things of like, hey, like if a girl goes out with a guy, or whatever, make sure for these like, watch out for these date rape drugs or whatever. And I'm like, aren't those expensive and aren't those hard to come by? You don't just go to the secret store. Can I get the date rape drug? Thank you. Don't put me on.
No, they basically are sneaky about it. They'll put it in candy and shit and offer it to you.
But like, how accessible are those drugs to get?
They're very easy to get.
Okay, so you want to be honest?
Because I've never seen one in my entire life. I've never seen a date rape drug.
Because I've done date rape drugs.
You date raped yourself?
Yeah, date rape myself. Like that's true.
Jesus Christ.
But the thing is, like date rape drugs, the only reason they call them date rape drugs is they have an effect on you where it could be a acute loss of memory or the loss of function. So there's like actually a lot of drugs out there that are considered quote unquote date rape drugs. Like Percocet is considered one, Xanax is considered one, ecstasy to a certain extent is considered one. But those three drugs are all different wild effects and different variations how they're done. Mm-hmm. It's mostly that people, when it's called a date rape drug, it's because they use that narcotic in a way to pursue a sexual or a counter with somebody not consensual. Now, the thing what Jet was talking about, like the reason it's so easy to slip in is because a lot of those drugs are pill drugs. Now, the reason it doesn't work with weed is weed has smell, has taste, and honestly, it requires a bulk amount. Like, unless I give you like a couple hash pills, you will still taste it. Whereas a lot of these other date rape drugs, they either have a non-taste to them, or it's such a low taste that if you put in like alcohol or a mixed drink, they're not going to pick it up. You can
cover it up with something else.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess it makes more sense. And Jed even said like, yeah, like that's actually pretty fucking common. I didn't know, but maybe like it goes down to perspective.
They did a study. I forget who did it. Like, if you guys ever want to look this up, but they did a study on testing drinks from different places of where women were hanging out. And I think it was in New York City, and it came up to like 30 to 35% of the drinks that came back were test positive with drugs that were put in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is
not by the test subjects.
That's also scary too, of just like knowing like where to go to get that stuff. Like over here, and it's kind of funny how they even do. It's like I love reading these kind of bits in the Huffington Post or any kind of news site. But it's like, the sheriff's office spokesman Bob Brumage says an investigation is ongoing. He didn't specify which McDonald's Brown had gone to. Of course not, because like. On top of that, too, I think there's many people that are probably going to McDonald's like, man, hey, I want some sweet tea. I'm in real big.
I want some sweet tea with lemon.
So, let me get that big ass lemon.
Give me that triple bag goodness.
Yeah.
Let me get the extra lemon, because apparently we're at a speakeasy in the fucking 40s.
Yeah.
That's the nastiest shit on the fucking menu. The fucking iced, gross ass tea from
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Dan brought up a good point in
what
the
the
YouTube chat. He said that a lot of bartenders now have secret codes that for women feel like they're being stalked or some shit.
Really? Damn. I mean, it's good that they have that going on, though. But, Jet, you don't like sweet tea from McDonald's?
No, I'm not even that much of a fan of fucking any tea from McDonald's. I don't like most of their drinks, except for maybe, like, their coffee drinks. Even then, like, the one that I'm close to, they're kind of nasty with theirs. I don't think they clean the machines.
You can't fuck with those fraps too much, man. That'll give you diabetes legit.
Yeah, man. No,
Listen. That's the only good thing that comes from there, and I will.
Yeah, you know why? Because it's just a fucking pound of sugar and cocaine.
Yeah.
Listen,
not cocaine.
I went from being a Listen,
Hey,
I
that's how
went
they
from
get
a fucking crackhead to mainlining heroin. Okay, leave me the fuck alone.
What?
You bought that heroin from Alan, didn't you?
I'm actually wondering too if Kirk's talking about how I can't read. Cause like Nick can read. I'm like, what? I thought I was
No, why?
I can read. I'm like, what, did I say something stupid? Are you being sarcastic, you motherfucker? Is that what you're doing? But yeah, McDonald's. I will say though too. I didn't know because like for one. What?
I'm sorry. I'm looking at the Facebook chat.
Fucking Will Valley, the crazy motherfucker over there.
Use
Jesus Christ, Will. No.
Use
what the
Laura
fuck?
as a date rate. They'll never know. I like the way.
What the fuck is lorazepam?
I like whoever the fuck to type that out. What the fuck?
Right my childhood. I am sorry for doing so. But no. Lorazepam actually might work. Lorazepam will fuck somebody up. Or
what the fuck is lorazepam?
Lorazepam is an anxiety pill. It's basically a cheap version of like Xanax or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And same thing with baclofen. But the thing is, baclofen will fucking get someone back for that shit because people take it, and then like you think, oh, it's gonna relax you, make you all like heroin out, whatever. But no, what it'll do is it'll like turn on certain sensors in your brain. So if you don't go to sleep that night, all of a sudden it's like crack. It's like something that's like a downer.
Wait, is that like the fucking like Wall Street? What the fuck are those called?
Quaaludes.
Like the Quaaludes, yeah.
No, that's not what that is. Okay. All right, so what Nick is describing is what happens when you take Ritalin and you don't have ADHD.
Yeah, exactly.
So don't you notice when you notice when people have ADHD and they take it, it relaxes them? Mm-hmm. Well, if you take Ritalin and you don't have ADHD, you are actually about to have ADHD.
Yeah.
What it is, it's a... What it is it's an amphetamine. So with people that are ADD, they're naturally energetic. So what it does is it makes them more energetic to the point that their body just crashes.
Yeah.
And
it's like the negative makes a positive.
Oh man,
yeah.
Yo, your car's overpowered. Let me just jam these batteries into it explodes.
Technically. And if you are a person that doesn't have ADHD and you take that shit, your engine starts.
Yep. It's like you know when your battery's not dead in your car, but you keep using the fucking like the plugs, those jumpers, because you think that's not a starter or something, and you keep fucking doing it. Now all of a sudden your battery's like, I'm so powered, you just fucking explode.
So you're saying is I should actually go to work with Ritalin so that I can be better.
No, I took an Adderall. You want to have a good time, take Adderall. I'm not advising drugs, all right?
You just
let me finish this statement so I survive my court case. I'm saying this in the form of entertainment and pursuit of making laughs. But Alan, if you want to make yourself laugh, take Adderall, and it will fuck you up.
Watch a funny movie.
The problem is it's stronger than Ritalin or other kind of amphetamines that you get for ADHD. So if you take it like at night, you just fucked your whole night up. Because I took that shit in Austin, and my heart was racing at 1 o'clock in the morning. I was still
I'm good. I'm not gonna fucking die because
all I know, there's way too many goddamn drugs. There's way too goddamn many.
You want to even extend that? Technically, the definition of a drug is anything that infects your body. So, Sugar's a drug.
Yeah, so
Damn, dick so hard.
I
he
don't
could
believe
eat
in
you
that
with
shit
it.
either, too. Because the people that say that shit, I see people that say like, "Oh, love is not really real. Like love is actually."
No, it
just
isn't.
chemical
It's
in your
just a
brain."
series of emotions. Doesn't mean the
You
effects
would be
aren't
the
real.
motherfucker. I'm about to talk shit about the kind of person that does that.
Okay,
And you're like, oh, that's
just
me, guys,
because
that's me.
whoa. Just because love itself isn't real doesn't mean the effects aren't real.
Fuck you. Like, fuck you.
Love is just a series of chemical imbalances in the brain,
We're human.
but the effects of it have changed fucking
See,
human
this is
history.
what kind
That
of
sounds like a
science.
song lyric.
No, Alan, that shit's so stupid. It's like, hey, by the way, you know that we're not human? We're just a thing that's like human. It's like, yeah, but since we don't understand what that thing is, can we just call each other fucking human and get over with? Like, dude, like these words
What?
don't actually mean what they are. Like, nothing is
That,
what it
and
is.
I arguing linguistics. The idea of actual love is basically it is a version of altruism to ensure that your species can survive for the most part. That's the reason why you love your spouse, you love your kids, is a way to help them actually survive the turmoils. So you protect them, you're more coddling to them. There's actually speaking of drugs, there's a lot of Oxycontin that actually gets released in the mother when she sees the when she actually gives birth, so that they can develop that connection with the child right away, so that she loves the child like very quickly.
Welcome to the chat tab. Bring your kids; they can learn about drugs.
God damn, man.
We're talking about dicks. Now we're talking about drugs. Love
The
and
thing
sex
is,
and rock and
too,
roll.
for anyone who actually is probably considering drugs, because I gotta keep that in mind. Like, this is a very, very lonely community sometimes. And it's like, people, if you guys are thinking about that and you're listening to all the stuff we're saying, you're like, oh, I know what to take now. I'm just gonna put this out there for safety. There is like over-the-counter equivalents that are not as extreme. I'm just saying.
I love how we went through like what would be the negative effects of these, and Nick's like, wait, if you want to take this shit, here's a lesser version. Like,
Well, God
it's
just
just-
saying
you know-
that this shit's fucking amazing, basically. Like, he's making me want to do it.
we never said that. God just didn't say that either.
Dude,
He's just
licking his
explaining it.
lips.
How can you tell?
I know, just fucking around, Alan.
I know, but you're making shit up, and it's like compounding into this elaborate
Yo,
story.
but if y'all really want to get some fucked up drugs on legal shit,
Don't go to Nick's house. His candy actually does have crack in it.
Okay, but like, let's not make me out to be that much of a villain. Okay, people fucking drink like crazy, and honestly, like drinking is probably way worse than fucking weed. So I don't want to hear shit from you, motherfucker. God damn it! All right. Son of
What
a
the fuck
bitch.
is?
he
I'm
does
just saying.
both. Sometimes the same night.
He's just saying shit now.
No, I'm not saying shit. I'm just saying like that. You know, like to say that there's equivalents over the counter. It's like, yeah, like NyQuil. Like, dude, fucking like, it's not a big deal. Jesus
I
Christ.
still love that you got addicted to NyQuil.
I'm just reading what fucking Gary read.
He says, "Oh my god, I'm going to be a fucking hermit for the rest of his life. I think he's gonna have a shitload of birds in his house that you fingers each other's asses."
What the fuck is? What?
How's
Do you
the
just
bird
type
thing
random words and
fantastic?
your autocorrect just fills in a sentence? What the fuck am I looking at?
No, okay. For one, that's you that you just fucking described.
Yeah,
By the
you're
way,
right.
Gary created a narrative. I can see that happening. You
That's
have
not a
your
narrative. That's
dress.
just Gary's normal bullshit.
That's not Gary. I'll give 500 for that, so we can turn it into a movie.
I'm trying to think like how that would go. Are the birds also fingering each other because they don't got fingers? Are they winging each other? And, like,
Oh my god! Don't
hey,
put
Jet, I guess you could say they're winging it.
That's what I
said.
both y'all stop. Can we move
That was
on?
good. Nah, that was good.
No, it
Paging
wasn't. I
Dr.
was
Allen.
actively trash.
Will says, paging Dr. Allen, shut up. Drinking's worse than weed. Yeah, thank you, Zoe. For real, I really
Oh,
think
don't
that's-
you get me started, Will! Don't you get me started on your ass!
He did misspell your name, so fuck you. I mean,
He spelled it really badly too. Like,
No, he
two
did the same way
Ls.
Ganja does.
just like the amount you took right now.
What?
Kirk says, "Yo, for real though, if y'all need a witness for your case, just call me." That night we were watching tacos.
Yeah,
See,
no, he said
the
far
thing
from
is,
home. Fuck that, I'm watching that.
I'll do that for anyone else except maybe Ganja.
Damn,
Well, because
why?
you know it's gonna be more than just what you think it is.
You know, because I'll just be like, Ganja? Yeah, he did that shit. And just hang up.
And he did
Oh,
more
You
than
do that all the
shit.
Hello,
time.
Miss
You,
Jackson. This is so-and-so from the FBI. Do you know this person named Ganja Guru?
I'm
I
so
sure
glad-
fucking do. He did that shit.
I'm so glad that no one went for the joke of like, excuse me, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am
Are you for real?
You went for it.
I just wanted a reason to do it. I love that song.
I'm sure he still got me and Alan to join the chorus.
That was,
goddamn right.
that was the last good Outcast song. I'm saying it here, y'all. Andre 3000's fucking trash. Everything he did after that, hey ya, is some bullshit.
Hey, yeah, I'll give you. Look, I don't think every single one because Roses is still a great song, but Hey Ya is trash.
Yeah, I fucking hate hey ya. I
I
remember
like,
seeing
I like
this.
early Outcasts when they were still doing like jazz and like that kind of psychedelic trance music.
Yeah.
Wasn't for you, Nick. It's definitely for stoners. But this is more their pop era.
Yeah, look at this, and then like the crowd. This is like so goofy. Like the crowd's like, "Oh my god!"
This
We're
was
gonna play
this
this song
Fuck
too long.
this song came out in a time where it's like I didn't understand why I didn't like something. I'm like, wait, everyone else around me likes it. Why don't I like it? So I would try to listen to it. I'm like, okay, let me keep listening to it. Maybe it's just need to listen to it a bunch of times. After just a couple of days of trying this, I'm like, I don't like this fucking song, and I couldn't really explain why. Now it's just because it's fucking generic and trash.
Yeah.
That's most of the songs on the radio nowadays.
Yeah, I know you were getting mad over some fucking. What'd you listen to today? Ed Sheeran.
Man,
All right, what's
whenever my dad's basically picking me up from work or some shit, like he'll have the radio on. That shitty ass new Ed Sheeran song came on. Like, beautiful people.
Ed Sheeran
like,
song
that's
is
the corniest
trash,
shit
yeah.
I think I've ever heard in my life.
And he's with DJ Khaled, right?
I don't fucking know.
Really,
I will
DJ
say-
Khaled?
I believe so. I mean, it says featuring Khaled. I don't know. They're like stealing each other's like half names now, whatever the fuck. But like,
Feature
dude,
Khalid.
Well,
thing
there's
I
probably
do-
more than 2 people on Earth named Khaled. So.
And that fucking Shape of You song was probably one of the worst songs I have ever heard in my life.
Oh, that's this incredibly misogynistic song. I'm in love with your ass, basically.
really quick too. Can you look on the side? You see Ed Sheeran. Why did you guys have to Photoshop him there? Like, you couldn't just
He's-
sit down with everybody?
I think he's actually there.
No, you could see like a little like a.
No,
I know what
he's-
you
he's
mean.
there.
But I think he's actually there.
He's so fake that he looks photoshopped in his own music video.
Look at that. That looks.
I think he's there.
I gotta tell you too, man.
Sorry, I feel like this is you and your booty, like fucking music video. Right?
Well, okay, they're trying to talk shit to me like,
E40.
oh, that's you're in your booty, Nick. I'm like, what the fuck is my booty to you?
You and your fat ass.
You and that fucking cake, bro. Speaking of fucking
oh
cake,
my
look
God,
at you, motherfucker. No, here's the thing, though. I am getting sick of these videos. Like, honestly, this video, you can play any song in the background, and this could be any fucking like R&B rap video for the last like 25.
Oh yeah,
fucking years. Like,
that's one of the reasons I grew up. I really didn't like music videos because I felt like yeah, you always have the MJ and Prince and crazy people that spend like 15 minutes and $30 million making a music video, but most of the ones are just this shit where it's like, oh, let's go to a house party that's really lamer than most house parties.
So you really telling me you didn't like Pretender?
What?
pretend.
That was an awesome music video for fucking damn, what's that band called again?
What, Foo Fighters?
Foo Fighters, yeah.
Oh no, I'm not saying no. You gotta understand. There are artists that have done the very elaborate. Yeah,
Well,
those are
it's
great music
simplistic,
videos.
but it gets crazy towards the end with fucking special effects and riot control.
Oh yeah,
for
no,
reason.
like even though I'm not a huge fan of this particular song, I actually do like the music video. But not everybody was Pretender. Not everybody was Prince or MJ. Most people were what Ed Sheeran was doing. Let's have a house party, have a bunch of people dancing, and let's just put the song over it.
Hey
It's like,
man,
it
I
doesn't
love
matter.
college. Hey, I love drinking. Hey.
Oh, that song is trash.
Yo, that's all that music video is. It's just a fucking party.
Is that trend over now with the whole like, eh, eh, eh? Like,
No.
I was thinking
Nah,
that shit.
that shit would never die. That's just been going on since the 70s.
Oh no, it'll die. Everyone says, "Oh, like that's gonna be the thing," but like it only has like another year left. Like even that Daddy Yankee, like that shit's gone. That shit died in fucking 3 goddamn years. Like
Look,
2007,
it's one of those things. It's music trends. It died at one point. It'll come back.
I still go, hey.
well, you still say hella, which drives me fucking crazy.
Oh, hell I do.
Yeah. Oh God, I can't stand it. Over here, Bob Blob. Hey, by the way, welcome. Usually he's like the first one here, but yeah, Cedric's here. He's saying this song was way too fucking long. What are you guys mad about today? I'm mad about Alan always telling me I'm wrong. Fucking
I'm mad
asshole.
about a lot of fucking things.
You really are.
Mostly Ed Sheeran's continued existence.
So are you finally going to admit that you're mad about fucking every single goddamn thing? 'Cause
No.
Essentially.
All right, so can I say something real
What's
quick
up?
to help Alan out? I don't like Ed Sheeran either, and if I ever get the chance to hit him with his guitar, I will take it.
No,
So
sell
would
the
you-
guitar. We'll hit him. but sell the
I
guitar.
want him to cry. He's had that guitar since he was like in middle school. I want to break
Oh,
it.
you're right. But if we sell it and then break it after,
No, because then his fan will fucking buy it or some like whole.
Yeah, but we can make money off of it. And then no.
No, I don't want money. I want tears.
Okay, we could get both. We sell it to a fan, and then we find that fan and we destroy it, so we get 2 sets of tears.
No, because I can't crack it over his head in that scenario.
Yeah, we can. We literally will just bring it over.
You know who I'm about to crack in the fucking head?
Who?
All these fucking nerds made a big ass deal about Sonic the Hedgehog, and now I don't know who I don't know by heart, but the director for the new Sonic movie is like, "Thank you, fans. Thank you for the positive response." Who gives a fuck? They're only saying good shit now because you actually had to like respond to their complaints. It's still Sonic. It's bullshit.
I'm confused now. Are you mad because they deal with the fans' ass, or you mad because the fans' ass?
I'm mad
Help
at
me here.
both, honestly. I'm mad at the head and the ass. Because the thing is like, dude, it's fucking Sonic. People were really upset about that, and I'm like, okay, you know what? Yeah, it looks bad. Fine, whatever. But the new Sonic trailer is not that much better, dude.
In fact, it's just as bad, if not worse. But the actual design, it's weird because I was watching this trailer. I'm like, oh boy, this is just as garbage as before. But the design is really, really good. Actually, it's throwing me off that how good. Like, obviously, it's not going to be
that good, brother. Come on.
No, it is. Like, I'm the fucking biggest Sonic hater in the fucking world, and it doesn't look photorealistic to the fucking video game. But when you're actually seeing it, like, this is as close as they're gonna get to something that still kind of looks like it could fit into this world. Because that was the biggest problem with Sonic in like 06 and Unleashed, of like this weird hedgehog that has one eye. It looks so fucking weird outside of its fucking game. Where this is like, we kind of changed it a little bit, but we made it work. I'm like, okay, this movie still looks like garbage, but the actual character design looks good. And it seems like, hey, they went back to the drawing board and made it work. This is way better than I thought they were going to do. Honestly, I did not think they were going to get like this. Because that first design looks so bad in comparison. That first design looks worse now. Based on this. Like, it somehow retroactively made that one look worse.
Nah, I'm a Will. This shit's going to win 15 Oscars.
Yeah, no, you both are fucking wrong. Will, I'm sorry, man. Don't do some Batman v Superman shit here. I feel like I can just feel it coming, man.
This movie's gonna win 15 Oscars. It better get nominated for best animated. Would it be best animated?
Dude, what
best
the fuck
special
are you
effects?
on? Like, are you serious? With Toy Story coming out this year? Really?
It'll be Toy Story.
Fuck you.
I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. Could you imagine?
I would imagine that, like, I'd be upset even if this is like #1 in the box office, which probably will be. Because wasn't there another movie coming out at the exact same time this was? It was another big like franchise movie.
I don't know because they moved it to February. But you know what? I don't give a shit. Day fucking one. I said this on Facebook. I'll say this to everybody. Day fucking one. I'm gonna be there.
Me and my girl are going with you. We're gonna put that as our date night.
Fucking watch this day one, and we're gonna live stream walking in because I said this, like, I wish I recorded this, but I said this like 12 years ago. I said one day they're gonna make a live action Sonic movie, and it's gonna be so bad that it'll make the Mario movie look like it was good. And we're almost here. We're like 6 months away, and I'm gonna be there day fucking one. To
why?
fucking
so
watch that.
You can just mine a movie to fucking find your own jokes. Like, that's the thing. Anyone watch this movie wants to be going in there to be the fucking comedian. Hey guys,
you goddamn right.
Yeah,
because
it'll
be hilarious.
But fucking jokes instead of going to.
Nah,
fucking
fuck that shit. Waka motherfucker.
My favorite movie experience of all time was watching Kidnapped in the 3rd year anniversary party in a theater filled with toasties. It was the
degenerates, drinking, smoking, yelling.
Like, everybody was like, every single joke everyone was making was fucking killing it. People were just yelling belligerents at the screen. Everyone was laughing. It was a fucking incredible time. I don't think I'm gonna get that kind of audience, but like, if I can get just enough people in there that understand the stupidity we're watching, it could be a glorious fucking
you think
time.
That shit was a drug, man. He needs that taste again.
I know, he's like,
yo,
kidnapped. I love getting kidnapped.
Kidnapped, yeah. Dude. Kidnapped is, again, my favorite movie experience of all time. And in like 20 years, when people are talking about where were you, the travesty that was a Sonic movie, the train wreck that was a Sonic movie,
where were you?
I could say I was there. Dude, the Mario movie came out like in '87. I wasn't born then, so I couldn't see it.
I don't think anyone's asking where were you when the Mario movie came out.
Bro, this ain't the Berlin Wall. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, because like, the Mario movie is such a colossal what the fuck that I wish I was there when it came out. But obviously I wasn't, because I wouldn't be born yet. I can be here. I can be there, remember this moment for the rest of my life. Because it's gonna be so bad.
What if it just turns out the movie's just average?
That would be depressing.
Honestly, all right. Average like the Grinch, I'll be cool with it. Now, depressingly
yeah,
average,
like,
no.
I don't think this movie's gonna be terrible. I think it's just gonna be like just plain average.
Honestly, like the reason I use the Grinch example, like, I really think it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be entertainment to a certain degree, and I'm not gonna be mad at it, but I'm not gonna be overly thrilled. And if I watch it with like one of my nieces or nephews or any of the little kids that are in my family, say, "Hey, let's watch the Sonic movie." I'm gonna hit a bowl. Let's watch the Sonic movie.
This will be. If we ever get the after hours back to the way it used to be, where we watch garbage movies, you goddamn right we're watching this fucking movie.
Oh, we're watching Sonic illegally. I'll let y'all know that shit right now.
No,
Nick, you can leave and go somewhere.
I'll upload it to YouTube and unlist it. And actually, that might work.
I stole this shit myself.
No, wait, we gotta try that for MetaStream. What if we upload a movie to YouTube and unlist it?
Yeah, go ahead. Hey,
would that actually work?
Can you say that a bit louder into the wire?
Yeah, like
if we unlist.
If we unlist and so can watch this movie, like, no, Alan, fuck you. And by the way,
look, I'm not telling you, Nick, go watch the fucking movie to review. I'll review the fucking movie. God, you'll probably review it too.
I'm usually in the after hours though, so it's like.
Oh, you usually just go. You usually fuck off to watch wrestling or Walking Dead.
Or
Profit.
Or profit.
There we go.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was hoping somebody.
The
Or Shark
trifecta.
Tank.
That's the holy trinity right there, bro.
Absolutely.
much.
We just got all the fucking all the jewels that go on Thanos'
But
fucking.
think about it.
All I gotta know is JP, you gonna bring back a pinata?
No.
What?
By the way, just because it's Mexico doesn't mean we got pinatas everywhere. God damn it! All right, stop being a fucking racist.
But think about it. We're not talking
white
about.
areas. You know they're gonna have pinatas.
Go ahead, Alan. I'm sorry, man.
We're not talking about the most interesting thing. There's every movie ever always has a chance to be good. What if this movie's actually really good?
No, it could be, but here's the thing, though. It's like it was gonna be fine before this fucking change. It's just people are gonna jump on this bandwagon now, and that's what they always do for this shit. They do this for fucking everything. This is like the Endgame shit again. It's like,
What?
dude, man, come on. You know that the reason why Endgame got so many good reviews is because it was just hype for when it came out. And this, it's a popular topic, and people are like just being like nice about it because hey, we're responding to the fans. We're doing this for you guys.
Wait.
We're together, you and us. Like, no, fuck that, dude.
They tore this movie apart because of genericness and,
now
how
they're
bad
not.
the character model is. Then they changed the character model, and everyone's like, okay. Like, trust me, the same people are like, well, the character model's better. The movie still looks like trash. Even Cedric saying in the chat, and he, like, I don't think he's ever going to fucking see this until we force him to watch it after hours. No one's saying, hey, this movie's going to be good, but to a certain degree, they actually managed to make this work. And, like, at the end of the day, it's like, when is the last time you see that? Usually, like, you complain about this shit all the time. Oh, the CG's garbage, and it stayed garbage. In this situation, it changed from a garbage character model to a better character model. Yeah, they can't reshoot the entire fucking movie, but it is way better. Like, at this point, like, I don't know if the movie's gonna be any good, but like, at least they actually listened to fans and did something different.
I mean, we'll
they could
say
have
this.
easily just released the movie.
To be positive, because I don't want to be the biggest fucking crybaby around here. Like, oh, everything sucks. Jim Carrey looks like he's having fun, and I'm so glad to see him having fun yet again after all these depressing things he's been doing, all these interviews and everything like that. And Jim Carrey is one of my favorite comedic actors from back in the day. Like, this dude is my fucking childhood. And you know, I'm glad they didn't like pick somebody who looks like Robotnik just to be close to the
What
game.
the fuck would they do? Get Kevin James on a mustache?
Yes, he's how
Yeah,
different
actually,
is he
what do
from
I
Jim
say?
Carrey?
That's
With a
exactly
bad
what they would
fucking
do.
hair and like just looks like a made to Disney movie.
Yeah,
This
doing a
could
bunch
go way
of
worse.
fat falls when this, you know, oh, I'm fat, so I fall down.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, fatness doesn't make you clumsy. You
At some
motherfuckers.
point, he has a fucking mobile scooter for no reason.
Yeah. So I'm glad they didn't do that.
Dang,
you
don't
know?
give him ideas for his next movie.
Honestly, I
Paul
wanna see Kevin
Blart
James
4.
3. Learn how to. Fucking
I don't know. I assume they made a bunch of DVD sequels that no one ever heard of.
Honestly, I could have got that mixed up too, because I don't even know if he did a 3 or not.
Yeah, it's Nick's favorite movie series. So
No, like there's
Yeah,
a Big
he's
Mama
speaking to me.
story.
I'm a
Like,
fat security guard.
Shit, isn't Big Mama 4 a thing?
I
is there a
lost-
fourth
I don't-
one?
Yeah, I lost.
I don't know. I know
I
there's
know
like
there's a
fucking,
third one.
I know there's like fucking like 9 fucking Alpha and Omega movies. Who knows nowadays with fucking movie sequels?
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. Kirk saying, Alan about to say, fuck Jim Carrey. Yeah,
You
probably
goddamn right. I'm about to say fuck Jim Carrey.
will. Oh, 'cause
Jim
the whole
Carrey's
thing,
cool.
I'm sorry. Fuck him. He's an anti-vaxxer. You can go
No, he's
fuck
not
me, die
an
a
Yeah.
hole.
Taxation thing
He's
out of it.
literally not an
No.
anti-vaxxer. He goes against that shit.
Oh man, this guy's a Klan member. Just take that part out. He's fine.
He's not a Klan member anymore.
but
I don't
Yeah.
give a
Answer
shit. He
questions.
started the anti-vax movement.
I know, but when you have an opinion on something, you should have like an opinion on like the actual thing, and not like, oh, well, here's all this context that's not actually within the question. It's
And
like,
you're right. Generally, I can
actor.
separate an artist from his work. The problem is Jim Carrey helped start a fucking movement that's killing children. Second of all, that man hasn't made a good movie in a decade. So what the fuck am I praising him for?
Okay, but
Yeah, is Liar Liar a great movie? Sure.
yeah. And by the way, that could be a compliment to the director of Liar Liar, not Jim Carrey. Maybe,
Sure.
you know, he wrote the character right. I don't know what the fuck. Like, but here's the thing too. Oh, and by the way, to put this out there, since we want to get into that conversation, you're gonna go support Jim Carrey by watching this movie. By the way, Mr.
Nope.
Birthday.
Trust me, if I could find a way to make sure my money goes to the animators that fucking have to work their ass off
You don't get
to
to choose
somehow
that.
salvage this, if I could just pay the animators directly, I fucking would.
But you can't.
Yeah, I know,
We're
because
not
that's how
living in some
capitalism
fucking
works.
fantasy world where you get to
We
like,
pay
move
the
action
stars,
figures
we don't pay
around.
the workers.
Yes, Alan. Yes.
I know. She's the means of production.
Yes.
Hey, if I get ganja on my side, this will help shut you up for 2 seconds.
Hey, I'm smashing the MC right now. Let's do this.
This is
He
literally
means
Alan.
ATM.
Every conversation we have about trailers, this is Alan yelling at me, just nah, just like that's
My
fucking-
mustache isn't that fucking cartoonish.
It really isn't. As a matter of fact, I forgot what you. Like, I'm looking at you right now. I don't even like.
Man, I forgot what your face
mustache
looks like while you're on webcam in front of me right now.
I try not to look at you. I'm sorry. No, I'm just kidding. You're a very gorgeous little bitch. Here's the thing, though. Gary's saying, "Oh yeah, Jim Carrey was so fucking funny back in the day as Ventura, Pet Detective." That second movie was terrible, by the way. I don't know if you guys seen the When Nature Calls. That shit was fucking.
Wait, what are you talking about? That's my favorite movie ever. That's like my favorite
What the
comedy
fuck?
ever.
You
What
like
are you
the
talking
second
about?
one? The
The
sequel.
second, look, both movies are hilarious. I think the second one is way funnier.
Alan.
And I'm
Dude,
sorry,
it
man. I
has
don't know
my
what the
favorite
fuck y'all
joke that no one
talking about.
talks about. That every time he tries to park his car, it's like something out of fucking Burnout 3 Takedown, where he just keeps smashing into fucking the parking lot. Like it's fucking hilarious.
Did it have great fucking hand-to-hand combat in it? Too?
No, but it had a hilarious fucking scene where he fights a dude with a spear. And he's just like,
Oh my fucking god!
That part was funny. Yeah, he's like, oh.
And you give this boy one little small fight scene.
It's not
And
a fight scene.
He'll
He gets
give
hit
your
in the
movie
knee
a
bunch
point
of times. It's so
so
funny.
quick.
It's kind of a fight scene.
Oh, shut the hell up! You're the don't
You're
you
the worst.
fucking
Can
start.
someone give like the definition of choreography to this fucking guy? Like Jesus Christ.
I didn't say anything about choreography. I found the scene funny.
Well, yeah,
How's
but it's a fight scene.
choreography?
Is it really? Did they really fight?
They kind
He
of
just
do.
throws a spear at his leg and he goes, ah!
Yeah, when you harm somebody else, that's a fight, sir.
Not
know what?
really.
You know what's a good Jim Carrey movie? The Mask.
Yes.
Okay, fair.
And honestly, I will say too that people thought the mask was gonna be a lot more like brutal like the comics. I don't think I would have liked that too much. I think I would have preferred the Jim Carrey like.
I remember as a
That would
kid.
have been way too fucking edgy. I wouldn't have liked that shit.
As a kid, I think it hit the right amount of like mature as well as kiddish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But here's the thing, though. Speaking of talking about old shit from back in the day, and I guess kid-friendly stuff, but then again, I mean, Disney's probably going to stop doing that eventually, because money will talk. But yeah, Disney Plus has over 10 million subscribers already. Now, for me personally, I'm just going to be honest and be straightforward. I don't know if that's a pretty good number. I mean, obviously it's a story. It's a story, so clearly that's a good indicator that they're being successful. But it's like, I don't remember how things were when Netflix first got their streaming service, up and going. And by the way, when they did it, not many people are used to streaming nowadays. So 10 million, is that really impressive when everybody has a streaming account?
I mean,
honestly,
how long has it been out?
Like 2
24
days.
hours. Yeah.
I mean, to me that seemed pretty good.
That's what I'm thinking too, but it's
I
just
don't
like,
know actually, because
knowledge
like
is so out there with this shit that like streaming is like, if you don't have a streaming account, people are like, what the fuck? You don't have one? Like, what's wrong with you? What do you do with your free time? So it's like, it's so common now that maybe 10 million is not what it means. 10 million now is not as impressive as it was 10 years ago, I think.
yeah, because if I mean a YouTube channel getting 10 million subscribers in a day is fucking monumental. A streaming service getting that, it's like, okay, so I'd have to see, like, you literally have to almost do like a weekend or like what happens in the next week. Like the first month is going to be important because it's like Netflix has what, like I think Kirk said it a while ago, it's like 150 million subscribers per month. That's 100. Turn off your notifications.
Notifications.
Sorry.
Anyway,
that wasn't me.
I'll turn it back on later.
No. Anyway, 150 million people per month paying about, let's just say $10 to make the math, good. You're basically, that's like what, 1.5 billion a month? That's fucking great. That's 10 billion a year. That's just a straight revenue. We haven't done the cost yet, but whatever. 10 million day one, it's like if I'd say that 10 million, they're only making about $1 billion a year, and it's like that's a lot. That's like a tenth of what Netflix is making. So it's like they clearly want more. We have to see what happens in the next couple of weeks. Like they'd have to get at least 50 million the first month for this to be a successful service.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I consider that being the case too. But the thing is, for me, it's just like I think the novelty of having access to all these old Disney shows is gonna run out as soon as we watch all the episodes of Mandalorian. It's like after that's done airing, like honestly, I don't know what they have queued up for after this month. Like, what do you guys?
So the thing is you say watch all the episodes of The Mandalorian. By the time The Mandalorian ends, it'll be December, which means, and from what the schedule is, they're going to have the other Marvel shows, other Star Wars shows, and other stuff. So right now, they're actually, honestly, this is probably the best launch I've ever seen for any platform, because DC didn't have this. DC was like, we're going to put some comic books up there and some shows we might maybe, and Titans. With this, it's like immediately we have The Mandalorian, and everyone's like, yo, this is not the greatest thing ever, but this is good, like a good 7, 8 out of 10. And we have all of your classic stuff. So it's like, hey, we got the classic stuff that you like, that you're probably more interested in. We have The Mandalorian, which means you have something new right away. So it's like, okay, that's a good start. And because they're not doing the Netflix or Amazon Prime model approach, so they're giving it to you weekly, which means it's like, hey, if you want to keep watching it, you got to stick around. Well, what are you going to do in the meantime? You have the old shit. Well, what else do I have? Well, the Marvel shows are coming out. They're doing more Star Wars shows, and they're doing movies. So it's like, you're going to get something every single week until probably until they just for the next at least couple of years. You're going to get at least something every couple of weeks. That's going to keep people enticed, and it's going to keep them trending in the news.
Yeah. And that's the biggest thing too. It's like you gotta find a way to keep trending news. I'm glad you said that key phrase of like, how do you stay alive when there's so much other shit that's just like there's like a wave of content coming. The biggest thing too is like people are already confused with this whole like monthly price thing. Apparently, it was like $4.99 and $3.99 or some shit before, and I think people saw that, but then like underneath the fine print, it was like, oh, by the way, you only get this price if it's like bundled with Hulu or Amazon or
Yeah.
something.
No, because
now people are freaking
I think what
out like $6.99. What the fuck, But go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think what it is there's a bunch of different deals. Like if you have Verizon, it's cheaper or free. If you have certain cable companies, it's cheaper or free. If you get it with Hulu and ESPN, it's like $13. It'll be like, oh yeah, it's actually like $4 or
But
whatever.
you're
the fuck.
scaring people a little bit because when you do that, it's one of those situations where it's like, okay, I have already opened an account. I don't have it, on right now, but I've had an account like that before. So clearly it doesn't apply to me. And then Disney's like, no, wait, it does apply to you. Now we don't have enough room on our thumbnails to explain all that shit. And it's like, how about this? Just fuck the bundles. Just give it to them. Just give them something worth spending the $7 because even if you do this bundle for now, after a month or so, like they are going to pay what it actually costs, and you need to keep them like happy that they're paying that much.
Well, yeah, you always have
Netflix
the.
can do that right now.
Well, no, Netflix is able to. I mean, especially with The Witcher coming out in like a month and the other shows that they currently have. But yeah, it's like if it's almost the exact same thing as you releasing a video game out is like, well, a live multiplayer video game. It's like, what do you have in the first 3 months? Because that's going to see whether or not people are going to decide to keep it. Because that's usually how it goes. Everyone's like, oh, I'll buy it for a month. $10, it's fine. 1 month, like whatever. Yeah, okay, I'll watch the Avengers like 4 times, whatever the fuck. People will probably do that. I'll save them for going to the theaters to watch it.
Yeah.
You need to the first 3 months is going to be really important because are people sticking around and is there enough new content for them to actually stick around? And I honestly think they'll do fine. I really don't see this being that much of a problem. Like DC Universe, the problem was they didn't have enough. Like Doom Patrol, what's up?
No, I'm sorry. No, I always feel like you're about to stop. My bad. But no, finish what you're saying because I do have a question for you after this.
Okay, I was gonna say DC streaming service. One, it wasn't worldwide, so it was only in the United States. So it's like, hey, you're fighting with like 18 different streaming services. Have fun. Doom Patrol and Titans really wasn't able to keep it going, even though like Doom Patrol was good, and they didn't have enough content to be like, well, what are you supposed to do while you wait? Nothing.
Watch more Doom Patrol.
Yeah,
I
watch
fucking
it again,
guess.
share with your friends.
know?
Looking at this though, man, what do you feel about the dashboard? Because for me, I think that this looks like some of the cheapest shit. It looks like Crackle, dude. Like this is not a good look.
I actually do. I think it's simple, so that there's no denying that. But I do kind of like it because it's like right away. It's like if you like, let's say you're getting this for your kids, because this is clearly designed for the younger generation. It's not like Netflix, where it's like, oh, Netflix just has thumbnails, and you just go through the thumbnails, and maybe you have a little text above. This actually, it's like, okay, do you want to watch Pixar shit? Pixar. Do you want to watch Marvel shit? Marvel. Do you want to watch, National Geographic? National Geographic.
Okay,
it's
but
like,
what percentage of children do you feel like even knows what the fuck goes to what? Because even me, I had trouble before doing this show, like in 2016. I had trouble depicting what was Disney and what was Pixar. And then it's like, oh, it's Digsy Pixar. I'm like, okay, well then what the fuck? Why do they even separate them? Like, what the fuck is who? Like,
they separated because of the prior catalog, but like, I'm sure if kids are going to see the Marvel logo, they'll click it. Kids are going to see the Star Wars logo, they'll click it. Or a situation where the parents are like, well, I know what Pixar is. They do every fucking animated movie ever, so they'll do it for them. Like, this is designed to be as essentially child friendly as possible. That's why it looks so so simple. But one of the things I actually really did like that I've never seen any streaming service do is because of the after hours, I now watch almost everything with subtitles on.
Mhm.
I just gotten so used to it. They have a subtitle thing where it's like you can change the font, the color, the size, the location. I was like, this is really fucking impressive, actually. I haven't fucked around with it because I like the subtitles default. But I'm like, yeah, because the subtitles for HBO are god awful. With this, like, this is really, really good.
yeah, and I have to use certain things where they have like that drop shadow in the background. I'm like, oh my god, like, not just the letters covering the screen, but now I can't see like the shit around the fucking letters. Like, give me a fucking break here.
Yeah.
And then like, you know what? Another thing. Okay, subtitles need to stop doing this shit. Playing
What's
music, and then like the fucking subtitles tell you music. Like, I don't
Dude.
fucking know.
We were watching. I can't remember fucking what movie it was, but it was like every subtitle, it like would say that, like it would say something specific, like upbeat music, sad music,
Yeah,
dramatic
emotion.
music.
Yeah, like you're supposed to feel this way, viewers. Like, fuck you. So yeah, that kind of gets my nerves. But moving on from this, we got one more thing we're gonna be talking about, and then we gotta get the fuck out of here. And that one particular thing is my boys are back, Scooby Doo and Shaggy. It's called Scoob, and I actually kind of like the name of it. It's kind of just quick. It's like, Scoob, one syllable. It's all good. Alan, you are a hater of fucking Scooby Doo. What is your fucking problem? Explain yourself, bitch.
I watched it as a kid, and I always had a love-hate relationship where it's like, at first I was like, oh man, I like the show. It's fun, it's quirky. But then I'd watch 4 episodes and be like, It's the same fucking show. It's just the exact same setup of, hey gang, we're gonna go into this house. Oh no, there's all sorts of crazy ghosts and zombies, and that dude just got torn apart. Well, let's figure out who it is. Oh no, it turns out it's just some dude doing some crazy special effects, and we're too stupid to figure it out. Oh, it turns out it was that dude that met us at the front. It's like, it's just a police procedural. It's just a police procedural, and it's the exact same thing over time, except filled with way more annoying characters. It's like, oh man, what's the joke with Shaggy and Scooby? Well, they're stupid, but they eat all the time. Huh, huh, huh. Okay, what's the deal with Fred? Well, he's the leader because he's blonde. What's the deal with Daphne? Well, she's the cute redhead that is just with the blonde. What about What about Velma? Well, she's the only one that actually does anything, solves every single case, is the most useful, and probably the only person that really needs to be there. And it's like, why am I watching this shit?
I was so scared to get name more characters. I was like, this motherfucker.
What more characters? You got Scrappy Doo? That's about it.
No, I'm talking about the original lore, man. What the fuck?
There's like 6 fucking characters in that fucking show.
Gotcha.
And the theme song by Simple Plan is garbage.
What the fuck are you talking? What?
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? They got some work
Alan,
for you
Simple Plan
now.
were
Why do I know
sperms.
this so well?
Dude, Simple Plan were sperms and their dad's ball sacks when that fucking thing still came out. It was in the 60s.
Well,
bro.
no, they eventually. I said the Simple Plan version of it, which I think years later they did that.
Oh, well, everyone knows that shit's bullshit. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a
Alan?
garbage. It's one of the reasons I hate Simple Plan and Scooby-Doo at the same time.
Oh, Simple Plan is basically your whole life story. They fucking sing
No, shut
songs
the
and
fuck
then
up.
you
What
just-
a losers.
You just excrete through it with the lyrics. It's like, that's
Oh,
me.
go
Welcome
fuck
to
yourself.
My life.
You're the
Welcome to
same
my life.
generation I am. You're the same. Dude, there's like a year difference to us. Go
I was
fuck
listening to
yourself.
mad music. I was like fucking macho, machismo. I was throwing footballs, reading the fucking newspaper. I was a fucking man.
Oh, you are no, you are just up your ass.
But Ganja, I'm gonna ask you, man, because you actually enjoy life and stuff. So how do you feel about this, man?
I fucking love it. I think it's gonna be an enjoyable thing. I don't know what the fuck's Alan's problem, honestly.
Yeah, it's fucking.
It's
I
one
just
of the things.
explained it.
I feel like Alan's problem comes because the smart person wasn't given the most attention, and she was just a background character, and he hates
She's
that
the
shit.
most useful person.
Yeah, but she's not supposed to be the fucking main thing because not
Oh,
the
yeah, 'cause
episode
God
fucking
forbid
gets
we, like-
solved in 10 minutes. That's why people don't like smart people
Yeah.
all the time. They ruin the
They were
adventure.
10-minute episodes.
But when it comes to it, I feel like there's heart to it. I like the way the characters interact. I like that it's gonna be bouncing between them being kids and them actually exploring the mysteries as an adult. And it's probably gonna have some callback or probably a reference to them being their first mystery. And like I said, I think it's gonna be one of those enjoyable things for kids. I don't think it's gonna be a fucking Oscar film or the greatest things like a Pixar film. But if you go like I said, like with the Grinch film, if you go see it, you're not gonna have a problem with it. It has a lot of character to it, and it seems like people care. There was no like chance that it had of pissing off people because honestly, Scooby-Doo has gone through so different iterations that if you get pissed off at this one, we got a bunch of different ones to go down the list of just how bad they've been or how faithless they've been to the characters.
Yeah,
like the fucking one that looked like Seth MacFarlane did it.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're at a point
God,
now
that was
where it's
awful.
like we've already seen so many like so far low blows, like even the Scooby-Doo WWE thing too. We've seen
Well,
so many
the live
bad
action
things.
movies.
Those two, yeah, and it's like if you're upset with this, I mean, I'm not saying you, Alan, because you just don't like this in general, but like other people that you can't look into this and say, oh, it's not as good as the old ones. I'm like, okay, dude, you need to fucking let
the
that
thing
shit
is
go.
even to step outside of the hatred because I hate Scooby-Doo in general. To me, this reminds me of the new Peanuts movie, where it's like we're gonna take essentially the tone, and we're gonna take some of the characters, we're gonna do a different art style, but keep the same general thing. Like I hate this because this is just like Scooby-Doo, but if you like Scooby-Doo, I can see why a lot of people like it. Even the IKEA joke actually wasn't even that bad. That threw me off. That's actually kind of funny. I didn't see that coming. I thought they were gonna make like Star Trek or Apple Store. I thought they were gonna make an Apple Store joke. When he goes IKEA, I'm like, okay, that actually got me because I didn't expect that. I thought they were gonna do something lame. It being IKEA was actually kind of funny, but it's like. They're definitely getting the tone. They're definitely getting the characters, and it's like, yeah, this to me seems like it's probably gonna be just as good as the Peanuts movie.
Yeah, you say it too fast. It's gonna be as good as a Peanuts movie. You know, I love Peanuts.
Well, fuck you. God,
Jet, I'm curious. Have you ever enjoyed Scooby-Doo from back in the day? By the way, because I don't know what the context is of how you feel about this before you even saw the trailer.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
Now here we go.
I don't like Scooby Doo either.
What? Seriously?
But, you know, hey,
It's not just me.
but hey, Jet, you know what though? It's okay that you don't like it because you're gonna be fair about it. I can tell. I can just tell.
Fucking
So here's the thing. I'm just fucking tired of fucking Scooby Doo. It's not even the characters. It's just I'm tired of fucking Scooby Doo. I'm tired of the different fucking series that come like every like 2 or 3 years. I can't keep up with it. Most of the time, like it's boring as shit. And not only that, when I was younger, they played those fucking Scooby-Doo movies non-fucking stop. And not even the good ones. Not even Cyber Chase or fucking Zombie Island. Or the ones with the fucking Hex Girls. It was always the dumbass ones. The worst fucking ones. Like, the Loch Ness fucking Monster one. Or the one where they go to fucking Egypt. I've had a fucking enough.
But like, but you're basing it on stuff that just kept playing. Like, I mean, like,
here's the thing: they weren't good. They got like 20 fucking movies, and most of them, besides maybe those 3, were fucking terrible.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, you also have to keep in mind that you weren't the target audience. I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm not saying
what the fuck.
I was in middle school and elementary school when this shit happened. I was the target audience.
You being born in 1995 and you being in fucking middle school ever, it's 2007. You're not gonna want to watch a show that has fucking hippie like fucking 1960s music. You know. You do realize
people my age still really love Scooby-Doo.
And you realize that there's been so many different iterations that the Scooby-Doo that I watch is probably different than the Scooby-Doo someone else watched, but they still maintain the same kind of tone. There are different versions of the stuff, so you can't say it was the target audience. There are a lot of target audiences.
I know, but she's talking about watching like these fucking movies that are made off of it. Like even for the biggest Scooby-Doo fans, those were terrible. Like,
no, actually, the one she mentioned, Cyber Chase and Zombie Island, and the Hex Girls are actually the most popular ones.
Oh, but like,
people
that those weren't the ones that are being played though when she was a kid.
So, and not only that, like the most recent one that I seen on fucking Cartoon Network that they played was the fucking WWE one, and that was so fucking terrible. And I was just like, I've had a fucking enough. I'm tired of these fucking goddamn WWE stars doing these fucking goddamn movies with these old fucking cartoons. I'm fucking sick of it. Fuck you, WWE Jetsons. Fuck you, WWE Flintstones. And fuck you, WWE.
WD-40.
Scooby fucking Doo. And WWE Surf's Up, even though I will never watch that. I'm going to go ahead and say, fuck you.
Her real problem is it doesn't have like crystal gems, and you talking about your feelings for 2 fucking seasons.
Okay, for one, by the way, it doesn't do
but
that.
But you just like it because it got the fucking story in there. Shut your goddamn mouth.
Universe. Every chance I get a chance to bash it, even if it's not legitimate, I don't give a fuck.
I love Shaggy because he reminds me of me.
Damn right.
I eat fucking
Boy,
dog
Scoob, this show's really made for infantile adults.
Fuck y'all.
Jesus Christ.
And also, Ganja, there's some like I'm questioning your logic. What cartoon or TV show doesn't do fucking lessons?
Yeah, Scooby-Doo does lessons.
Every single cartoon or TV show has lessons.
No, Scooby-Doo just has the same lessons that it's always that you should always judge everyone immediately as soon as you meet them because they're usually evil.
Yeah, and guess what? My whole life has been went down to shit because of that. Never mind, I take it back.
And also, Scooby-Doo did teach lessons. It basically had you thinking like, oh, like we got to pay attention to what's going on in the background. Oh, make yourself more like well,
yeah, but you had to do it yourself. The show didn't hold your hand and be like, all right, now look in the background.
What are you talking about? It was the same it's usually the assistant that's causing the issue, and apparently every single person in every industry is really good with movie props.
Okay, but it's a show. It's a cartoon. It's a talking
shut
dog,
the
you
fuck up.
motherfucker. Like, is that a talking
Samurai
dog?
Jack was a kid's show.
Yeah, we apply this logic to
Samurai
everything. Even
terrible.
Samurai Jack falls apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, Samurai Jack falls apart in season 4, but there's still good fucking 3 seasons of that show. That's amazing.
It's a bad show.
That's actually teaching you that at the end of the day, no matter where you are in the world, you got to stick to your core, and then your core will help you get through that because you got to remember who you are no matter where you are. That's a fucking great lesson, Samurai Jack.
Get back to the gym.
You know what? I changed my mind. Fuck Scooby-Doo.
And by the way, Alan, you're a corny ass bitch. It teaches you how to like stand up.
It's a kids show. Of course they were corny.
You're gonna be strong, and you guys like. Fuck
what life lessons did wrestling teach you?
It taught me to never
always wear oil.
No, fuck you. Wrestling taught me.
First of all, that wasn't our generation.
Exactly. Actually, it was though. There was a lot.
Yeah, oil, but it wasn't the point.
The Rock was slippery as fuck, son.
he fucking glided into the fucking field every time. Man.
Every time the Rock fell, you just like a fucking like a wet like fucking.
Nah, he always bounced back up like a flubber.
Yeah. It was gross. God damn. I appreciate Stone Cold not using lube. I mean, all fucking oil. God damn it.
What?
I will spit out my drink, motherfucker.
Yeah, they continue telling
my
us
nose is burning
about Stone Cold.
Oh, my fucking
Jesus
nose.
Christ.
It went through my nose.
I'm sorry.
And another thing, bitch. I'm going back to it. You love fucking Big Mouth. That fucking gross ass show. and they're not teaching people lessons. Kids in fucking high school and they're not teaching people lessons.
Yeah, but they're
How
not
you
being
love your
bitches
body
about
and
it.
shit.
Oh, just because it's more adult dealing with sex.
It ain't down, it ain't
I don't
downy
know whose side
soft
I'm
like
on.
Steven Universe.
I don't even know whose side I'm on.
He says Stone Cold's gonna lube some bitch up.
And that's the bottom line.
That's the bottom.
Oh,
And also, Steven Universe isn't even actually teaching lessons; he's just being a shell.
yeah, honestly, man, like fuck Big Mouth so much. Like we're all just in disagreements because I gotta tell you, like I know they're trying to give a lesson out too on Big Mouth, and she has a point making fun of you for that. But at the same time, like Steven Universe is on such another level of giving people lessons because you can actually use this shit. Big Mouth is just a reason.
Yeah,
to
but-
have fucking perversion going on.
It's not even like straight up like, "Hey, this lesson you need to learn." They're just like, "Oh no, here's the story. Here's the story going on. These are what these characters are dealing with." They just go through a story, and people are thinking like, "Oh, it's teaching lessons." Like, no, it's not.
I agree with her. I haven't seen the show, but like as far as what I
Wow.
can see, I'm like I can see that being the case. I'm sorry, Ganja. We're on the same side, but fuck Big Mouth.
You are a whore and a traitor.
Well, you know who was
'Cause
laughing
you-
at me
'cause-
talking
'cause
about Stone
it's-
You
Cold?
all got to hear. Have some Scooby snacks and shut up.
I will enjoy Scooby Snacks as I talk shit about this Steven Universe bullshit. Because, Nick, you know the fan base of this show.
No, I
You
don't.
know how they respond to this shit. It's
What, they-
way more different. Like, we have talked about this shit of how most of
Every
the fans of
popular
Steven Universe
cartoon
are
has a
mostly net
terrible
people.
fan base. Let's be honest here.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Look at South Park. You would
Yeah,
say
but
that-
don't you get me
Yeah,
don't
but
say
South
it.
Park doesn't tell you, hey, we're trying to make you care about yourself and accept others.
No, but that's the thing. What's bad about? Okay, here's the thing. What's wrong with Steven Universe teaching people how to take care of themselves and be better to others? Why is that a problem?
There's no problem there. The problem is those people that actually love those ideas, those lessons, but never actually do it in real life. I've seen that fan base drive people to kill themselves.
Yeah. Are you laughing or crying?
A little bit of
Okay,
both.
what about fucking South Park's fucking fan base that basically says
Yeah, but
like
South
they
Park's
love
fan
gay,
base are
like
top-
South Park,
not who
the
like
South Park
each
creators
other.
love gay people and shit, but they do it in such a shitty way. But guess what? The fans
Yeah,
are
but
some
that's
of
the
the
thing.
most
South Park doesn't
homophobic pieces of shit
South Park
ever.
doesn't teach you love. Like none of the episodes are
They
teaching
just
you
lessons
love.
at the end of every fucking show, being like, you know what? I learned something today. They were straight up with them lessons back
Yeah,
then.
I learned something today, and the lesson is nothing like that. It's like, yeah, we should accept it because fuck it, why not?
They still
Uh,
did it though. They still
Nothing-
fucking
Like
did
you,
it.
you make it sound like it's a PDA where it's like, yeah, let it be gay, whatever.
So, Finale-
It's more like we don't care. Just let people be everything so we can make our racist jokes.
The thing I'm getting at is almost every single cartoon has some sort of lesson in it. Maybe not every episode, but like it's gonna happen. So why are you holding that against Steven Universe? Even though Steven Universe, with its bad fan base, like any other good cartoon out there, has a shitty fan base. Why are you holding that against Steven Universe so much instead of any other fucking fan base?
Because they're the loudest and the saddest.
No, they're not. That's also a lie.
Ganja, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I think it's just because.
Thank you, person besides my door. The Voltron fan base was terrible too.
I don't know them. Or the voice beside your head.
I said
What?
the voice beside my door.
Steven
your
Universe
head.
creators don't come out and denounce the violence or hatred done in their name. Something you can actually say other cartoon shows has come out and do to their toxic fans.
Yeah, they did. They did quite a
Ruthless
few
is saying
times.
Steven Universe creators don't come out and denounce the violence and hatred done in their name. Something you can actually say.
Yeah,
Other cartoon shows.
they
come out-
actually did. Basically, they came out against like their fucking fan base before because like I guess they were going like they were yelling at some artists for basically drawing breast on the fucking gems and shit. And they were just like, yeah, you can go ahead and draw breast on the gems. Like, who cares?
Yeah, I don't know. But every fan base is fucking crazy, but at the same time,
Yeah.
it's like I know that Ganja's like, man, they're the loudest, whatever. It's like, dude, honestly, I never really heard anyone talk about Steven Universe in this.
Yeah, like I understand like where he's coming from, where it's like, hey, that fan base does have fucking like.
I'll be honest, you're
counter-
also missing this. The hype of it was like at least 2 years ago, where it was
That's
fucking
true.
everywhere.
That's true. Yeah. Because
Well, even during the height, of the hype, like, I can get why Ganja's a bit more pissed off at the Steven Universe because there's a fucking body count associated with that, and I'm not sure how many fan bases off the top of my head have a body count associated with them, but it's like I'm sorry, but like I think I'm gonna call you out the same way I called Nick out. I think one of the biggest reasons is because it's too cutesy for you, because Rick and Morty has literally a message every fucking episode, and it's just hyper violent. So you can excuse it because of how violent the show is, but that show literally tells you, "Hey, this is the message of the episode." Sometimes.
Same thing with regular show.
I did say that. I called it Downy Soft, so I added to your point. Like I don't know why you're saying like I figured it out. I said that
I
earlier.
figured it out, but it's like
Alan has a monocle, like, yes.
I was like, dude, I said that earlier. Where were you?
Yeah, but again, like I don't think
It needs
there's
to get
any-
thrown in your face again.
Yes.
No, but I mean, here's the thing though. Like, yeah, I think we all make our points as far as that goes. But we're looking over here. We're all arguing about these different cartoons and all this shit. And it's like, look at poor Shaggy and Scoob. They just want to.
Can we agree on something though? Hold on, I got a fig leaf. Can we agree on something? Now we all may hate Scooby Doo to a certain extent. All of us in this call to a certain extent might love it, but can we all agree that Sonic fans are the worst?
Sonic
No.
fans the worst?
Sonic fans are bad, but they're not the worst.
The Sonic fans
Even
that
I
we
can't say
personally
that.
agree
I
with.
have seen some of the most weirdest, vile shit come out of the Sonic fan base, and it amazes the fuck out of me.
Honestly, if I'm talking about the worst fan base,
Star
it's
Wars.
hard to be. It's hard to be Star Wars fans. Like Ganja, you're not toxic. Neither is Ali. But holy shit! Like
And the
there are
floppiness is what's frustrating because it's like, I think that certain things get so much hate from Star Wars, and it's like I hate Star Wars, and I don't even hate it that much. So how are they fans and I'm not? That makes no fucking sense to me.
And it's like I get some of these fans have been essentially fans for literally their entire lives, but it's like it is like because the thing is I don't try to judge a fan base based on the loudest toxic people. But fuck, it's like the Rick and Morty fan base. I fucking love Rick and Morty. I think it's one of the best animated shows to come out in the last decade. Fuck the fans. Because
Wrestling
they're
fans are pretty
basically it's hard to like at this point like I don't remember the last time Star Wars fans took over fucking McDonald's and just were like fucking screaming at employees and people running out of the stores as they fucking put their arms in their shirt saying Pickle Rick. Like that was embarrassing for everybody.
But see, okay, here's the thing, and goes back to I'm not trying to like extend this argument even further, but like what some of the best fans I've seen? People like Pokemon fans and Steven Universe fans. Like I don't hear arguments about the quality of Steven Universe. Every time I see someone talk about it,
that's what I'm saying. Like you missed the hype of this show because I still remember when they were like, "You better draw these gems big." If the purple one, if you didn't draw her as a big girl, they would clown the fuck out of you.
Wait, Amethyst?
Yeah, like they were to the point that they were on Star Wars fan shit.
Okay.
Like almost every fan base is pretty terrible like that. Like the thing is, like
They all eventually
hell,
get
I'll,
on
men-
their
I'll
Star
mention
Wars
again the
shit.
fucking Voltron fan base with their gay character shipping. Like they bullied the fuck out of the creators for that shit. I mean, rightfully so.
Ooh, JP says even the guy that got the I read the wrong one. He says the sub versus dub arguments. Yeah, I don't like that
Subs.
shit either.
Anime that is a different kind of thing. Anime is such a wide genre that you can't say anime fans are the worst because it depends on which genre you're going.
It's
It
so
depends on which
loaded,
anime
it's
you're
like
going
saying
for.
Movie fans, I mean, it's like it's too loaded of a question,
Yeah.
too loaded of an insult. Yeah.
Like I don't think DBZ fans are. I think DBZ fans are more. I don't want to say this because I really love Dragon Ball Z fans, but I think the worst of the Dragon Ball Z fans are just stupid and don't know what they want. They're
Yeah.
less toxic or gonna yell at. Because when we talk about toxic, we're talking about like people that'll fucking DOS people's Twitter accounts or tell them, "Hey, you ruined this fucking character. Go kill yourself," like they did with Rose from Last Jedi. Yeah, was she terrible in the movie? Of course she was. Was she a bad actor? Yes. Was she badly written? Yes. Should you have basically gleed that you trolled her off Twitter and her social media accounts telling her she should die? No, you're a fucking asshole.
Ruth is over here saying, and Alan's buying into the sensationalization of the Rick and Morty stuff that happened a couple places that got blown up worse than the Popeyes chicken sandwich. That's a fan base. That chicken fucking sandwich.
No, but he's basically saying that it got blown up more than it did. And yeah, to a certain degree, I do agree that some of the more vocal video stuff, but even some of the other stuff that wasn't necessarily the Szechuan sauce stuff, bullying female writers on the show and basically telling them they should quit because they're ruining Rick and Morty. Like there was some bad shit going on in the fucking Rick and Morty fan base.
Fucking ridiculous. But anyways, here's the thing though. We would continue on this conversation, but we do gotta get going because I want to take a quick 20-minute break before we get into the pre-show. And the pre-show, you guys can find us at doubletoasted.com. Click on Movie Extravaganza, and we'll be talking about some topics that kind of lead themselves to be about what they're going to be discussing on the show. I'm done with that particular plug. I never get to plug anything now. It kind of feels good to plug. But Mr. Allen and Ganja, you guys choose between each other what you guys are going to be plugging because one of us is no longer a thing.
Blue Monday Podcast, check it out. Me, Alan, of Great Ruthless
Hi.
Wonder, we talk about all kinds of shit, politics, cultural stuff. Go check it out, the Patreon. We got the Vegas show coming up. It's going to be a live performance. We're going to be hanging out fucking hotel fees and all that stuff to help you guys out so you can find a good hotel for you guys to come check us out and see Nick Diaz live in person.
Oh, yes. I'm going to be live in person. I'm going to be over there talking, and then you guys are going to be like,
live
oh, man,
from his
he's so boring."
laptop.
I honestly probably not. No, another thing too. If you guys have noticed, I'm very, very boring, but it's kind of a cool boring. It's like really nice to just sit around and talk with me. I'm usually just
He's like a lamp.
Yeah, pretty much a drunk, very, very sweaty, tired of people screaming in my fucking ear lamp. Anyways, it'll be fun. I cannot wait to meet you guys. Seriously, I'm so bummed that Cedric are not going to come. But hopefully, we can go to some other thing later on. But yeah, Las Vegas, going to be awesome. February 13th to the 16th, or what was it?
Forever.
The whole month of February, y'all. No, but I'll actually have a thing that shows up on screen and be able to showcase that to you guys. Alan, was there any leftover stuff from one of us, by the way, that's like barely coming out now? Because I know you're not with me.
No, the last thing that I would be a part of would be the Nicolas Cage movie Primal. Okay. So if you do want to check that out, I mean, they're still doing stuff. I know that another Eye in the Prize episode's coming out in a couple of days. So if you're curious to see what the crew thinks of like upcoming, what was it? Upcoming, Mindhunter season 2. I can't remember if I was on that review or not. But yeah, they're doing Eye in Prize. So they talk about like Academy Award nominations and stuff like that, and other like movie award nominations. So if you are curious about that kind of stuff, check that out in the next couple of days. Yeah, I know a bunch of the crew did Green Eggs and Ham, the Netflix stuff. So honestly, just keep checking it out. Most of the Netflix stuff they do screeners for all the time. So check that out.
Yeah. By the way, too, JP says, seriously, you miss me more. I will message you more, and hopefully I can see more in these chats, and I'll be able to talk to you more. See, he's a dick, but I love you guys so very, very much. I like probably Jet, Ganja, and Alan are just like, this guy's so full of shit. He's fucking angry all the time.
You are.
Really quick.
I wasn't even thinking about anything.
Saturday's coming up with the Midnight Chat Attack. We're gonna be doing that stuff soon too. And I was gonna ask you just on the show too, just so you guys can know what's gonna be looking forward to as what we're gonna be doing. Alan, is there any movies that you're planning on watching or reviewing for Saturday?
What's coming out this week?
Well, Mandalorian in general. Did you watch episode 1?
Fuck yeah, I watched episode 1.
Okay, I'll make sure to watch it too, and then we'll be able to talk about it and probably argue about it.
Yeah, they're definitely on Saturday. Most people would have watched by then. If there's any movies coming out this like Friday, I could probably watch something. I mean, I do want to watch Doctor Sleep, but I've never seen The Shining, so I don't know if I'd enjoy it as much.
Yeah, maybe we'll watch that together too, like a bootleg type thing. I'm not gonna pay for that shit. No, fuck that too. But anyways, guys, we're gonna get the fuck out of here. Thank you very much for watching, and Mr. Conjure Guru on that 3, 2, 1, sir. He's not even saying anything. What the hell, Ganja? What the hell?
3, 2, 1, attack the
Scooby-Doo! Dick, Ganja.
Scooby-Doo is trash, but the IKEA joke was funny.
Scooby-Doo might be trash. Scooby-Doo.
Love Scooby-Doo!
Fuck you, Ganja. You were late.
You only liked it because it was your lifestyle in animated form.
Get off!
Are you okay?
My internet dropped off the top of the chat.
Y'all already had a yelling match. It's over.
Thank you guys. See you all at doubletoast.com.